Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Nathaniel's DIY Gardening. I'm your host, Nathaniel Stewart. I'm here to give an update on my garden, the good and the bad. Had some interesting weather come through, so we'll take a look at my garden and the different raised beds to see what's going on. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start here in this raised bed right here. My lettuce, I got Canista lettuce, I have romaine lettuce. Right here I have arugula. And then right here you will see spinach starting to come up. There you will see radish, parsley, you got kale, and then you got two chive plants. So what has happened in the last week to 10 days here in Kansas City is now May 10th, but we had some very cool, almost like fall, winter like weather come through. So for the last couple of nights we have lows that has been in the upper to mid 30s, and again it's supposed to be down to 35 tonight. So some of our plants have done well in this cool weather, some have not. When I planted my summer plants, this was not on the forecast or on the radar, but when I planted everything, then I noticed the cool weather that was supposed to come through. So as we go through each bed, you will see some things that did very well, and this cool snap that kind of caught me off guard, and some things that didn't do so well. So we move on to the next bed. We have yellow onions right here. We have broccoli. I had to plant a collard right there, and that's another broccoli plant. That broccoli plant did not make it, so I may replace it with something else. I haven't decided yet. But overall, broccoli and onions are very cool weather plants, so for the most part they can handle what was going on, and they've been actually kind of thriving in this cool weather we've been having for the last week. So these are my yellow onions. They'll continue to grow to about first day of summer or so, and then they'll start to bulb out. Planting carrots here, they just started to germinate. You can see right here, so probably sometime late summer they'll be ready to go. All right, over here we have my red onions. In my other video, I had planted collards before. All those died off because of the almost frost-like weather we've been having for the last few days. So I had to come back and plant seeds through here. So as you can see, these started from seeds, and you can see they are sprouting now. These two plants I got from the community garden just to put in there, and I may have to go back and get another plant or two. So, but other than that, these are doing very well, my red onions. Like my yellow onions, they'll continue to grow the stems to about the first day of summer, and they'll start to bulb out. Collards, or not collards, but my garlic is doing very well. As you can see here, they will be ready probably around the first day of summer, first day of July is when I usually harvest these. Eventually you'll see a stem come up, and we'll have an anvil head on them, and that's when you know they're ready to go and be harvested. So again, these are doing very well. And again, garlic are very hardy cold weather plants, so the cool weathers at night, being in the 30s, is not bothering them too well. I had planted from seed. So this mound over here is watermelon. This mound over here is cucumbers, and this mound over here is cantaloupe. Because it's been so cool the last 10 days, none of these has sprouted or germinated. And with us being in the 30s and 40s for the next couple of nights, I don't expect these to germinate or sprout. Looking at the forecast, it's supposed to be near 75, 80 degrees the next 4 or 5 days. Once that happens, I expect these to sprout and germinate. So like I said, this is May 10th. Probably by the 17th, you'll see all three hills sprouting and germinate. Alright, so the things that have been affected poorly by the cool weather is my potato plants. So this bucket right here are my red potatoes, and over here are my russet. So my red potatoes, the top of the leaves have been damaged by the frost, but if you look kind of below here and here, the leaves coming up have not been damaged, so I think we're pretty good here. Over here, my russet are in better shape, probably because they're a little lower in the bucket right now. These I will cover tonight because it's supposed to be around about 35 degrees today, so I will cover these tonight. But for the most part, even though it looks kind of rough, it was like this, but I mean like 10 days ago when I got down into the upper 30s, and it still came back very strong. So I expect once I cover these tonight that they'll be all right. Over here, my tomato plants, my regular tomato plants, these are my Brandywine. All 3 of these are probably dead. So I'll probably buy 3 more plants in the next couple of days. The oregano is doing fine. That over there is sage, is doing fine. The basil is pretty much dead, so I'll pull that. I probably won't buy a plant. I got basil seeds up there, and I'll just plant within the middle of this to get more basil plants. I have not started on my bed over here yet. These are my kidney red beans I'm gonna plant once it gets above 70 degrees during the day. There and here I'm gonna put some black eyed peas. And the reason I'm doing this, the black eyed peas, with these tomato plants, because beans, in all intents and purposes, put nitrogen back into the soil, and seeing that tomato plants use nitrogen is a great combination, companion planting. So these tomato plants are called Terran. These are more like San Marzanos, Roman-like tomatoes. These have done very well with the cool weather, surprisingly. So I expect it to be fine tonight. So that's good. Now my bell peppers have suffered some loss. Snap. This one's been snapped. That one's been snapped, and that one's been snapped. So I'm about to go buy some more bell peppers. These are orange bell peppers. These are the regular green Big Bertha. And that last row over there is what they call red night or red bell peppers. So I'm gonna have to replace my orange bell peppers. Hopefully the community garden still, they can't see the community garden. Hopefully they still have some left, and that way I can replant those, replant that one. Community garden usually sell these in 3 packs. So I may, for the bell pepper, for the green ones, I may just go to Home Depot and buy one. Surprisingly, what has done well, these on the corners are my eggplants. Usually eggplants are very warm weather plants. They like warm weather and generally don't do well in cool weather. But these have done very well, and I have not had these cover any of the nights that have been cool or into the upper 30s and low 40s. So I'm surprised that these are doing well. The type of plants that these eggplants are called Nadia, N-A-D-I-A. So those are the type of eggplants that I have planted this season, and I'll probably continue to plant those since I know they are doing fairly decent in the cool weather. And then right here, I have cayenne pepper. This one looks these two look okay. I'm not sure about this one. We'll see in a couple of days how this one turns out. It may make it. If not, then I'll just buy another one. And then I got these 4 black pots. I have not planted anything in those yet. I will put Nastrum and Marigolds in 2 Nastrums, and those other 2 of them I'm gonna put Marigolds, and they're supposed to help with companion planting and pest control. So this is what's going on in my garden right now. Try to manage the weather, but the weather did throw me a curveball. Even though it's supposed to be 35 tonight, if it stays windy like this, I should be okay. What you need to understand about frost is, in order for frost to set, you need calm winds. But if it's windy overnight, then what happens is the atmosphere near the ground level is constantly turning over. So when it's mixing and turning over, the frost doesn't have the proper environment to set. So if it stays windy like this, 10 miles per hour overnight, I should be fine with my garden. So this is just an update of what's going on in my gardening. Probably another couple of weeks or so, I'll try to give another update on what's going on. By that time, I should have my beans planted, and then hopefully by that time, I will have my sweet potatoes so that I can plant those. So again, thank you for watching my video. And again, if you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button. It will be very helpful for me to get my YouTube channel up and going. Until next time, I'll see you later.